Hi, my name is Daniel Ward, and this is my final for my JavaScript class. I am going to start by going over what my project sort of is. So, my project is sort of a turn-based game where you attack the enemies. You have a turn count, reaches 0, you lose basically. You get a male or female character that's basically just cosmetic, and then you have a witch that hits hard but doesn't have a lot of health, and a dragon that doesn't hit as hard but it doesn't take a lot of damage, and then you have the actions attack, AoE attack, which is very effective attack, and a heal, which restores 50% health, and then the confirm action, which makes it so that it just confirms whatever action you're doing, basically. Now, if I get into the game, first it'll prompt what is my name. This doesn't really matter, but just there, just so I can have a prompt. Then to change the character, hover over the character, just click it. This is the male character now. And if I change it, it is now the female character. Of course, this is all scalable, of course. AoE attack doesn't really do much, but you would basically, if you hover over, you can see the bottom down here will describe what it does. A weak attack that hits all enemies. You click on it, confirm action, deals damage. 2 damage dealt. Attack, confirm action, nothing happens. That's because you're supposed to hover over and click on the enemy to attack the enemy, because it's a single target attack and other stages have more than one enemy, and then attack, then heal. Does nothing because it actually does work. Believe me, it does work. If I set the HP to lower, it would work. It's just my game. I don't know what it did, but I don't know how to fix it. But the enemies do not attack. Now if I go back here, next stage, as you'll see, I'll go to AoE attack, click, both enemies took damage. And if I click attack, I can click either enemy and they will take damage. And I guess I'll show you another bug. Like, I only have 3 turns left. Oh no. But I'll show you another bug I have in this. This is also scalable. I don't know if I said that, but it's scalable. But another bug I have is that if I just kill one enemy, it just completes the game like that. I just dealt 6 damage, and we just died. I completed the game. This is the most scuffed page, but it just says thanks for playing. I can change witches into a dragon or into a kana, and clicking play again will just start over the game. Now, I have a lot of code, so I guess I'll just go over the start of it. How I have this formatted is sort of, where is it? I need this. Okay, here it is. So how I have formatted is I have this is the main file basically that just starts off the game. It's sort of like the main controller. You go back here if you want to go to the next battle or the next state. Like it goes from choose character, and then one of my favorite techniques to do is making an enum of all the states that you want your app or whatever to be, for in this case the game. And usually what I do in like C# C++ would be making a variable called done and make a while loop, and while the app's not done, it would loop through depending on what the state is. It would switch to whatever you'd want to do, and I would have different classes that would have different functions running depending on what state it is. So this is sort of my workaround in JavaScript, so sort of like that, but it's not really the best looking. You just sort of have run game down here. I don't like that, but I guess this is how it does in JavaScript. I don't know. But yeah, I have 5 files. It's basically, this is the main file that runs everything. Then I have the character file, which literally just holds the character class. So, yeah, you'll see some weird stuff here that I don't like this. I only added this because I wanted an excuse to add a divide sign. We don't need to talk about that. This is how that works. Choose character, it has the run function, and it basically just tells you what happens, as in it adds a character div, it adds a character button, which is added to the choose character div, but it doesn't really say that, but that's what happens, and does the same with the select button. This is just so that it makes it more scalable. It's easily more scalable, so whenever I go to the CSS file, I can just add the ID of the div. It just makes it easier. Same thing, all battle run, it's generally holding, other than the scuff to end screen. It just shows everything. It pulls stuff from the battle class, from the battle class, and just runs it. Initially, I had Battle Runner be a class that inherited from Battle, but well, initially I had it different classes like Battle 1, Battle 2, and Battle 3 that all inherited from Battle, but I eventually made it so that everything was static. That's I don't like that I did that, but that's just sort of how it ended up. The hardest part for me was definitely not, because I come from a C++ and C# background, is not having variables that are not knowing, it was functions not knowing what variables go into them. Figured out that you could change this with typesetting, but I sort of learned that too late, so yeah. Yeah, I'd say my most proud part is probably just to go to the next state, having everything. You can sort of easily tell what's going on here. If you want to know what's happening in turn count, just go to battle and just find turn count. This is sort of a mess, as you can see. This is very long. This is like 420 lines. At least to me, that's a very long. I should definitely have this changed out to more classes, but it's not what happened. But yeah, I guess I'm sort of happy I put everything listeners to. But yeah, that is my project.